I don't know if I mean, I could put on the mask because I am not in bed. I'm actually where I would do um, my normal phone stream. It's been a while, so well, maybe a week. I'm trying to do more of these phone streams, trying to see if that impacts things because a lot of times the phone streams you'll get people who don't normally watch your show, don't normally watch your channel. They doom scroll to the point where they see you, excuse me, and then maybe you get a new viewer. It does happen. So we're gonna go ahead and go with this phone screen. Hope everyone's having a good night, good evening, good day, good morning here in America. Good morning. It's 6:20 or something like that here in Texas. Here in Houston, Texas, obviously, if you're in West Texas, I think they're an hour behind. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Any event, thank you again for being here. What is there to talk about? A lot of weird stuff. I didn't see. I haven't been paying attention to the NBA. But apparently, LeBron likes Israel. People got mad at that. KD has another burner account. People got mad at that. And the crazy story is this weird Jordan thing where there's a video of Jordan. So, well, let me tell you. There's a video with Michael Jordan at the NASCAR Daytona 500. He's a recent NASCAR owner, not too long after selling, what was it, the Charlotte Hornets. And he celebrated the win of the Daytona 500. There's a kid there, I believe it's the driver's son. And he's shown to be, yeah, according to reports, he's trying to get ice out of the kid's shirt. It doesn't look good though, and I guess in the wake of the Epstein and other associated stuff, people are having their questions about what Jordan was doing. I'm looking at the video. I don't know. You know what I mean? I hate to, you know, it does not, the video does not look good. Whether or not it really is some ice that he was trying to get out the kid's shirt. It doesn't really look like that, but maybe he was trying to dry off the. I don't know. I don't know. The kid didn't react too freaked out, but people are upset about that. And I just saw it this night, overnight, because I can't sleep. So I don't know. That's all I got to say. Uh, I would hate to just okay. Finally, it's on. Damn it. Sorry, I was trying to put batteries in something. Alrighty. In any event, so I don't know if Jordan is a PDF file or some weird stuff. You know what? All right, I keep seeing people come and leave. I gotta toss the mask on. I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice because I see one person show up and then one person leave. It's because they're looking at a blank screen and they're not familiar with my content. So if that's the case, gotta give the people what they want. All right. So hold on a second, and I'll be on camera in a second. So because I can't take it. Can't take it, man. Alrighty. But I don't know what to leave. I wish I could show you the video, but on these phone streams, I don't have all the stuff at my disposal. Oof. So let's get this set up right here. All right, here we go. Ah, I am pretty face for the pretty people. Alrighty, so like I was saying, some weird stuff out the NBA. Like I said, there's this KD burner account where he's bashing all his old teammates. Kevin Durant is a weird one. LeBron being pro-Israel. Curry has like some pro-Israel stuff. A lot of people get upset when you are pro-Israel. So that's the thing, and of course the Jordan thing. Like I said, and you can look at the video yourself. You interpret it how you want. A lot of people are running with this story that there's ice on a kid. It's funny, ice out of all words, right? When that has a different context for a lot of people, given a political place. Hey, Cotton, hey, appreciate you being here. But yeah, the Jordan video does not look good. Now, again, I only saw it overnight because I can't sleep, and here I am streaming because I can't sleep. but it's a weird video. Maybe he is just maybe it just looks bad, but it looks bad. Diddy, it looks Diddy-ish. The Jordan video of that kid, or with Michael Jordan and that kid. Cotton, have you seen this video? Okay, I don't know what is that milk? I have no idea what those bottles mean. No fucking clue. No, okay, there's this video, and I wish I could show it on stream, but it's hard to do it with these phone streams. Sam Murphy has seen it. Okay, Michael Jordan, he's now, I guess, he's the owner of NASCAR. His team won the Daytona 500. They're celebrating, and there's a video of him. It looks like he's grabbing the kid's ass. That's what it looks like. I'm gonna be honest. They say he's trying to get ice out of the kid's shirt. The ice fell on him during the celebration, and then he rubs the kid's legs. It does not look good. It looks crazy. And of course, we're in this world where post-Epstein world, where a lot of people are looking at celebrities and high-profile people some type of way. I'm somebody who's always looked at celebrities and high-profile people that type of way anyway. The video does not look good, but then there's this excuse out there, and yeah, it looks Diddy and Epstein-ish. Yeah, Diddy too. The Diddy, the Epstein, all this shit. So celebrities don't have that same basic benefit of the doubt, and I don't think they deserve it. By the way, I'm not saying they should. For those who are in the chat, shout out to the newbies here. What do you, and you have seen the video, what do you make of the excuse that he's getting ice out of the kid's shirt? Now, it just looks bad. Because again, I don't necessarily buy that personally. Who did he tell what to? I'm losing weight. I'm not EDP size. And I'm not no weirdo with these kids. Fuck EDP. I'm not even his complexion. Every fat black person don't look alike. This is Dave Blunt's, Manny Fresh, EDP, Charles Barkley. This is all one person. Like, nah. No. Who the hell did he tell what to? That's the counter rumor. Have you already left? Did you just type a message and leave where I can't even react to it? Sheesh. That's the risk. That's the risk of doing these streams. Because it's cool for people who don't know me to I can do a stream, but it sucks because they just say their reaction and leave. I'm not EDP size. I'm starting to get a little bit better. Still got a lot of weight to lose. I'm starting to lose weight. I was never that big. Shit. I mean, I'm big, but not that big. Fuck EDP. Fuck all this pedophile weird shit anyway. I don't get why these weirdos is fucking with kids. Again with the Jordan video, because I had to talk about something. It's a weird thing. It's a nonsensical comment. It means nothing and breaks logic. The thing I said, I see. Yeah, okay. I was lost. I thought you meant. I think I made it make sense in my head. Like, who did he tell that to? Who did he tell you that to? Yeah, that isn't. I don't know. I think I made it make sense in my head, and I thought that was a reference of the excuse that's been put out there for Jordan. And I keep saying Jordan. Obviously, Michael Jordan, right? Jeffrey, isn't Jeffrey Epstein? Question mark. That's another thing that's going around. Is Jeffrey Epstein dead? That's been a long, a lot of people don't think he killed himself. I never thought he did, and I always thought the possibility of him being around is realistic. And now there's rumors that there's an island near Thailand, apparently, that he's operating out of, doing the same thing. I've said, anyone who has watched my channel, that this Epstein thing is not an isolated incident. It's a multi-layered, multi-year, almost standardized operation by, unfortunately, the intelligence agencies of the powers that be. This is something that they've been doing for a long time, and he's just one of many agents that they do this weird shit to. I did, that's nothing. I did see Jesse Jackson died, for whatever that's worth. Um, you know, I, man, the whole world's a stage. The whole world's a fucking stage. There's a lot of characters on the mainstream way. I mean, I don't want to be disrespectful to people when they die. Um, I don't necessarily know how genuine Jesse Jackson was when he was alive. Um, but, I don't want to be disrespectful to the dead. I'll say that. But he did die. He did die. So I'll go rest in peace because, again, I don't want to disrespect the dead. It's not my place to do so. But, yeah. But, yeah, I think if there's nothing to learn from everything over the past few years, especially a few months, is that not to hold a lot of the people you see in this high profile or in a high status in that high of a regard. Society is kind of jacked up, so the people that society pushes are not gonna necessarily be the best in all cases. Doesn't mean everybody is terrible all the time, but there's a lot of weirdos. There's a lot of weirdos. Agree, so certain no disrespect. Yeah, not sure. I've always questioned how genuine his motives were, and his actions didn't necessarily answer those questions. Always, we'll say that's probably the most polite, respectful way of putting my feelings on Jesse Jackson in light of his recent passing. So, rest in peace. Don't want to disrespect the dead, and he's passed on. So. And a lot of his mail, he worked for Martin Luther King as another person. Where you look at some of the things about him, it's not all sunshine and roses, despite of how a lot of it's presented. So those are cans of worms. I don't know how many cans of worms I can open up on we in 10 minutes in the stream or 12 minutes into the stream. There's a lot of cans of worms to open up. Not even 20 minutes into a stream, so. It is what it is. But thank you all for joining. Please like, share, sub, all the good stuff that the people ask. I'd appreciate it. I can't sleep, so here I am in a mask talking to you people. That insomnia is awful. I will hopefully be releasing music soon, new music. I did release some at the end of the last year, not away in this year. Hopefully by March we can get it out. It depends on how soon we can mix it. I got to start doing music videos. I didn't do really too many videos. I did like what is this shit called? Visualizers. I did do a couple visualizers. Oof, sorry, it's the roof of my nose. I'm not digging in it. What the fuck is this? Do I fight crime? I try. Batman. I wish. I fight culture crime sometimes. My boy, I appreciate it. Okay, it's always cool when this shows up to a few people. One thing to say for him, he was the same spot since the '60s. Well, that's commendable. That's commendable. I'll give him respect for that. What trade are you in? The Black Zorro, my boy. No, I'm Vigilante Williamson. I'm an anonymous internet. I don't even know if I used to say anonymous internet journalist. I'm not even a journalist. Culture crime, is that like word and thought crimes? Used to be pop culture crimes, and that's sort of a joke. I used to have a podcast with one of my homies called the Culture Crime Fighters, and we would talk shit about bullshit in pop culture. So that's what that reference to. So there's a few people who used to watch it. They would understand it. Wearing work gear never goes to work. No, I got a job. I got a job. 1962, 1926. Wow, that's a long time to be married. It's a long time to be married and to stay with the same person. So good for him for that. Good for him for that. Welfare checks. I probably make more than you. I don't have any. That's a weird thing. I get, whatever, man. Whatever. I don't have any whatchamacallits in the chat, any mods in the chat, so you get to live a little longer. But it's like, what the fuck? Jeesh. But it is what it is. I get it. Trolls on the internet got funny people. Oh yeah, Kanye's still here. Cool. That's just weird. Crack man. Isn't that weird, man? Cotton, you're Caucasian. What is with the like? Okay, everybody gotta be disrespectful to brothers now. I even saw the motherfucker Gene Simmons. He said something which I don't disagree with the sentiment because I never understood why Rock and Roll Hall of Fame became the Pop Music Hall of Fame. And I like rock, but it was weird that all these other genres, including hip hop, get tossed in there. But then he had to add the ghetto whatever. And it's like, hey man, there's not a fucking Super Bowl ad about my race and not making fun of it. Lord knows if I say something about Gene Simmons' nationality, I gotta apologize and do all this stuff and go to Israel and do all this other shit. Because anybody that says anything slightly disrespectful about that group, all of a sudden it's the end of the world. But like in general, it just seems like, oh, let's just make fun of, I don't really give a fuck most of the time. But it is just seems like it's an up tip of like, okay, black people don't have jobs. Like that's not true, bro. Like he doesn't have a job. He has a welfare check. First off, more white people are on welfare. Affirmative action has affected more white women than any other group. Like, come on, bro, relax. I get it. I get it. You know what I mean? But like, relax. Relax. He is Jewish, as Papa Cotton has said. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Lord knows if you say something about that group, it's a whole rigmarole if you say something about that group. And I am an occasional rapper, Elevator. I'm a rapper / musician, rapper / synth pop artist. Your boy, I've never met Dave Chappelle. I've never met Dave Chappelle. So it's funny that he's not my boy. I forgot. Well, you know what? You're right. All black people know each other. I can't mention the black people meeting when we just all go together and all collectively tell each other how to think. Oh yeah, that's right. You do it. You have met Gene Simmons. That's right. He's easily the biggest douchebag I've met, celebrity or not. I forgot you had a crazy Gene Simmons story. Just thought that was a weird thing. Like I said, I kind of agree with it. I don't necessarily think Rock and Roll Hall of Fame should be every music genre Hall of Fame. I don't necessarily think rap should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and all the other genres. I think he mentioned a few other genres. I kind of agree with that. But I didn't understand why you had to, something about being ghetto. It's like, okay, man. But this is the wave, you know what I mean? You see the memes and it's like, the N-word, ha, 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 ha. Isn't that funny? The N-word, ha, ha, ha. And then, they had this one black punk band. I can't remember their name, but they did a cover that kind of went viral of the Scooby-Doo theme. And it's like all these racist bands. And it's just like, okay, man. Racist band names. And I get it. It's the internet. It is what it is. No, not Bad Brains, even though they did have but no, it's like a recent band. I forgot their name. But shout out to Bad Brains. Oh, man, thank you, Mr. Case Clayton. Rather hang out with me than Gene Simmons. I appreciate that. Case Claiborne, I misread it. I don't want to miss. Now you're like, oh, fuck you. Let's go hang out with Kiss. Kiss is always a weird band anyway. Like, they were more marketing than music anyway. That was the whole gimmick, right? And shit, I would be lying. Like I said, I do a little music. I make some synth pop. I make some rap, amongst other genres. There's a fucking guitar behind me, if I can reach it. That I can barely. I'm trying to get back into playing. Hold on. Gotta do the obligatory guitar part. I got it. Got it. Oh shit. Let's not fuck this up. Hey, I haven't been playing it though. I have not been playing it. fucked it up. Try to do Hurt, the Johnny Cash version. Hold on, maybe I pick around here. Maybe I can do a little bit better than that. I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. Yeah, it's 9 Inch Nails. Well, Johnny Cash and 9 Inch Nails. Obviously, 9 Inch Nails wrote it. Johnny Cash did a cover. I'm trying to do that cover. I suck at it. I'm not going to do it too much because I'm embarrassed as is. Embarrassed as is. Oh, shit. No, my hat's gone. You can see I'm bald. Oh, my braids in the back. Hold on. Let me just put this shit up. This is what happens when I do random ass strings. And shoot, I got a super chat. A super chat's awesome. What time I'm robbing CVS? I would say after fucking your wife, but I know you're not married. First time listener, what's my backstory? My backstory, you know what my backstory is? I used to make music a decade plus ago, but I used my real name. I didn't want to fuck up my job because I end up getting decent jobs in the recent past. I didn't want to fuck that up with my music career, so I figured I'd be anonymous. Then instead of doing music, I started to do YouTube talking about woke bullshit, believe it or not, woke bullshit in pop culture. And then I got tired of that because that became a fucking gimmick. And then I started back doing music recently. I released something on Spotify. It's a synth pop album called Borrowing Nostalgia that don't exist. It's on Spotify right now. It's on all different platforms. If you look up Vigilante Williamson, you should be able to find it. In fact, if you search Vigilante Williamson on Google, I think it's the first thing that comes up. I'm working on another project that's a little more hip hop oriented. So I don't want to say I'm not a rapper because I do rap. But, I could play guitar shitty too. So I could do other things. So that's the long and short of my origin story or at least my origin story to this point. That's the long and short. I've been on this YouTube thing now 6 years because I started the year of the pandemic. When I decided, because I had the idea for a while to do like an anonymous character. And it just took me forever to do it. And now I've been doing it for a little bit. So yeah. Look at this. That's a crazy thing. That's a crazy thing. If they're all bots, look at this. Look at the arc of Cotton having to censor that, right? That is a weird phenomenon. Like it's cool to be racist. It's cool to, and my skin is kind of thick. It ain't the end of the world, but I do find it weird. And you know what though? What also needs to be added, it's not all people. A lot of it's AI. Dead internet theory still has to be thought of. You don't just get emotional and say, oh man, these motherfuckers. Like, no, a lot of this shit, no matter who you're talking to, no matter what you're on, whether you're on Reddit, you're on YouTube, you're on Twitter, you're on Instagram, you may not be talking to a real person. You may have, we've seen these fucking things with all the phone, or you may be talking to a real person. I'm not, I couldn't fucking tell you. I'm the racist here. Yeah, there you go. I couldn't tell you if these people are real or not. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. But we are, the dead internet theory needs to be definitely a part of it. They found out, shout out to Black Twitter, was mostly India and bots. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to get too offended. I'm not going to, some clanker's not going to hurt my feelings. But it is. You see the uptick in a lot of stuff. You see the uptick in, I guess, some conspiracy theory because of the Epstein stuff, which that's not the worst. Lot of AI slop. And again, yeah, you are seeing some actual racism on the internet. But again, everyone has jokes. The one thing I always think is like I never get too obsessed about race or other people's race. Um, I don't really care. Like I don't have. There's no group I need to go into, look them up, and then say disparaging things about them. Like that just to me seems so fucking weird. I don't even understand the psychology behind it. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Why don't I wear a mask? Spider Man, shout out to Spider Man. You got an ad case. I'm not sure what an ad case is. Why do I wear a mask? Because I think it's cool. Because it's cool, and I like staying anonymous. Just in case my job, I don't want to lose my job. But I also just think it's cool. It's what really sucks, the fact that all superhero content has fallen off over the past 5 or 6 years. You know what I mean? MCU sucks, DC sucks. Most superhero content is shitty now. But I'm still a fan to some extent. And so, I just think it's cool. Plus, like I said, I just like being anonymous for my job. I want to be an anonymous musician. I was a huge fan of Daft Punk, of MF Doom, rest in peace. So it's like, I get to be my own version of that. So that's another thing. I don't want to lose my job. That's sad. Yeah, rap snitch conditions. Be at their trial and be their own star witness. I don't want to do that either. It's sad to want to keep my job. That's fucking nuts. Appreciate you being here, Bolt Thrower. So yeah, it's a multitude of reasons. Like I said, I started this because my initial stage name a decade ago was just my name, and I'm like, okay, this keeps me separated. So if you Google my name, nothing comes up. And then I can have my own persona outside of that, and which I could do stuff like this. I can do music. I can do whatever. I want to start making games. So hopefully, I can get at least. The plan is to do some music and connect it with a video game before the end of the year, and maybe it's a short game. Maybe it's only a level or two, but to do something like that before the end of the year. Go back to playing Call of Duty. I suck at Call of Duty. I suck at Call of Duty, so I can't do that. Hey, Bone. Boom, 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 boom. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Quick good morning. Off to start work at 5 a.m. All right, Glenzer, appreciate you being here. That's 5 a.m. You're on the West Coast? The West Coast is the best coast? Because I think it's, I don't know what time it is. I lost track of it. I thought it was around 6:30 local time, which means it's close to 7. So yeah, we'll be 5 a.m. on the West Coast. So I appreciate you being here too. It's always cool when you guys show up. And I'm not sure how long this stream is going to be. I just have a little insomnia. Figured I would tire myself out talking to you people. Saw that Jordan thing, thought it was a bit weird. Still don't know what to make of it. Maybe if I stream later, I'll play the video. You guys tell me. Because two things. One, I don't want to put it past any celebrity, any weird shit, but I also don't want to just jump to conclusions. It is a weird video, but I don't know. He's close. He's apparently close to the driver and his family. I don't know. Do I have a website? I don't have a website yet. I've been slacking on that. I need to get a website, though. I need to get a website. I did buy the domain, but I need to get a website. But I appreciate you asking. Appreciate you being Karen. If you want to support me, check out my music on Spotify. And eventually, I took down the merch thing. I wanted to I actually ordered a test shirt and I didn't like the way it looked, so I got to find a different direct to garment merch solution, because the one I had, I actually got a test shirt. I didn't like it, so I'm like, all right, let me just get rid of it. But so eventually, before the end of the year, hopefully I'll have a site done. That way, if I wanted to sell CDs, but then again, at the same time, no one knows who I am, no one cares yet at this point. So that whole marketing thing is it's gonna take a little longer. But thanks for asking. See, this is why I do need to do these phone streams. As much as I hate it, a lot of times you just get random people, bots, whatever. You do get more people who are not normally going to watch your content. Stop aura farming. If I'm aura farming out there, shit, let me. I don't know how to aura farm, bro. And thank you. I wish I was Piccolo. Piccolo from DBZ. I think that's the best aura farming character. Maybe Batman. But when I think of aura farming, I think of Piccolo and the $1,500 Gucci shoes. Even though fuck Gucci. And the turban and the cape. That motherfucker aura farm like a motherfucker. I wish I could do that. That's the goal. I need to have aura 2 farm, right? Shit. Aura farming sounds like liberal gobbledygook. No, see that's the new thing. That's I guess just looking cool for looking cool's sake. So a lot of people would look at Henry Cavill's Superman and say he was aura farming because he just has all these scenes where he's looking cool even at the expense of others, like when he jumps over the fucking the gas tank that they throw into a building. It looks cool, but people probably died because he was busy aura farming. No, I'm straight, bro. So you might want to hop on Grindr if you're looking for gay people. That's your business. No disrespect. No disrespect. This is a place of straightness. But no, just it's everyone. It is weird though because for the first few years I was wearing a mask. Nobody said anything about the mask, and I always thought it was weird. And I had a different mask. It kind of sucked. But it was weird that nobody cared. And now that I do these phone streams, that's the first thing people mention, which obviously was what you think it would. But a lot of people just no-sold the fucking mask. And I always thought that was weird. I would go on, I would hop on streams and stream with other people and I would wear a mask. And they would just not say anything. They just act like it was fucking normal. And I was like, oh, okay. So then I started to no-sell the fucking mask. It technically is a luchador mask. I had a company, which I don't really want it to be, right? You can tell, from the back, it has the little tassels and shit, or whatever the fuck it is, the ties. But this is the best I could do a few years ago when I got the mask made. Shout out to Mando Merck who made the logo, which is my logo, and I just put it on the mask. And then at first I couldn't see out the mask, but I was blessed enough that a tailor last year was able to fix the eye part. So technically it is. Task is to hold your head, but no, it's really to tie the mask. But I don't really tie the mask. I have too big of a fucking head, and right now my hair is braided, so it's not as bad. But when my hair is out, it's kind of puffy. So it's really just to keep the mask tied. Some people like the mask. Some people make fun of it the second they come in. I never know if somebody's gonna like it. But it is what it is. It's what I'm running with now. Shit. But appreciate anyone who's watching this live or on the playback. Shout out again. We got a whole Brian Landon. I'm sorry. Yeah, Brian Landon test stream gave me a whole super chat. So that was dope. No, I'm not Spider-Man. I wish. I don't have any superpowers. Do I like the band Purifier? I don't know if I've heard of them. I remember there was a band called Pussifer, but I don't really remember that much of their music. I'm sure that's not who you're talking about. But yeah, I don't think I've heard of Purifier. So yeah. Now I don't even know what to talk about. That was a typo? Okay. I'm not sure which is the typo. I guess Purifier? Like I said, I remember the band. Oh, you meant Pussifer. Okay, I've heard of the band Pussifer. I'm not a huge fan of them, but I haven't heard of them. or Pucifer. I don't. I get like Lucifer, Pucifer. I don't know. I always thought it was Pucifer, but I have heard of them. I have heard of them back in the day. But like I said, I didn't really get too big into them. Um, I don't really know what else to talk about. Something I have not been paying attention to is the damn Olympics. I have no idea how the Olympics go. Does people really watch the Winter Olympics? I mean, shit, people barely watch the Summer Olympics. Is that like is the Olympics still considered a big deal? I mean, I feel like a lot of sports have been falling off in recent years. Nobody, if not for these crazy stories, I don't think anybody would talk about the NBA, the NFL. I can't help but to feel like people are starting to lose interest in that. Baseball, especially when you only have one team buying up everything and all the other teams tanking and not giving a shit, it gets less interesting. So, like, is the Olympics still at the same level? Okay. They're okay. Tool is the better Maynard project. Fair enough. They have luchador fights at the concerts. I did not know that. That's pretty cool. I was done after they got weird with the weird commercials. Yeah, oh man, the fucking Super Bowl commercials were really weird. Everything was AI. Everything had it. It was either an AI generated commercial or it was a commercial for AI or it was both. Very weird. What's on your face? A mask. It is a mask. It is a custom mask based upon a logo that a friend did. So yeah, haven't really seen anything about it yet. Yeah, the Olympics I haven't really watched. I don't really know. The only time I did watch it actually right after the Super Bowl. I was hanging out with my brother, and we watched it for a second. This one girl, I think it was actually Lindsey Vonn, if I remember correctly, is the girl that used to fuck with Tiger Woods. She is fucking wiped out skiing. It was fucking horrible. It was hilarious in one extent, but it just saw her totally wipe out. Totally wipe out. But that was it. That's kind of all I've watched from the Olympics. I can't help but feel like they've kind of lost their luster too. I'm not sure how big patriotism and nationalism is, not just locally, but in general, globally. I feel like a lot of people are just down on the earth. A lot of people have a dissatisfaction with their own country, right? Now, obviously, there's a huge, America, everything's political, everything's divided. But even in other places, it's not like it's that much better, right? Because you have a lot of, the economy sucks everywhere. So as far as how a lot of people feel, a lot of people have this dissatisfied feeling with the powers that be and with the people who run their country. So you're not going to have the most national pride. And I feel like the whole Olympics gimmick is based on national pride, right? Let's see. Well, like she got hurt. She just was skiing and she fell down the ski. She probably did get hurt. I couldn't imagine she did just skiing and just, I forgot exactly what happened, but she's maybe on one of those hills, she just fell down and crashed. So I'd imagine she probably did get hurt. Yeah, it's so expensive to live. I think when you have, cost of living crisis being a global thing, people aren't gonna be like, yeah, my country's doing well. It's like, you know what I mean? Everyone has this just general malaise, dissatisfaction with how things being run. And again, it's not just an American thing. If you're in Britain, if you really want to, big up the country right now, you're in France, you really want to talk about how great your country is. Different places across the world. I mean, it's the same thing. Same thing. Only clip from the Olympics I've seen is some fine ass speed skater wipe out and rip her pants. Nice ass. Holy shit, I gotta check that out. Do I fight crime? I do not. I'm not gonna lie to the people. It'd be cool to. It'd be outside of the risk of my life and almost dying stuff. Cause you would need some gear. You can't just like go out and fight crime. You can't just go out and fight crime. Maybe one. I'm trying to get in better shape. I only have one person call me EDP, so at least I'm getting there. Even though my show, you know what it is? I am not only am I fat, I am legitimately big bone. Like my shoulders are just broad. They're just like this is just what it is. So even when I lose weight, I'm still gonna kind of have broad shoulders. Um, that's just what it is. I've lost weight before. I didn't just come out the womb this fucking fat. When I was a little skinnier, I still just have broad shoulders and kind of like thick. Like I said, I'm fat and big bone, so it looks really bad. But I didn't see no speed skater rip her pants. That's crazy work. But you know, the Olympics is just a crazy thing. Imagine training all this time for 4 years, and then you make one mistake and it's it. And it's like, you know, a lot of these motherfuckers like work at Home Depot and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just dedicate their life to this sport for its own sake. And, you know, you do all that and then you get one day and you fuck up that one day and it's all over. Just like, remember that was a, what the fuck was that guy? Like Dan and Dave? This is from the 90s. So if you're not old as fuck, you may not remember this. They had these two guys. I think it was the 92 Olympics. It was Dan and Dave, and then one of them didn't even fucking qualify. I want to say McDonald's was sponsoring them. They had commercials about them, and one of them didn't even fucking make it. Fucking crazy. Think I'm going to be addicted to broccoli and jalapeno cheddar baked potatoes. Okay. And the 42. I don't know what in the 42 means. I'm lost. Does anybody remember what I'm talking about though? This Olympic ad campaign. I don't know if it was Dan and Dave. I don't remember. You don't remember that though? Okay. I can't remember if the names were Dan and Dave, or they had like basic names like Bob, Tim. I think it was Dan. Dan and Dave is what jumps out. I'm gonna have to Google afterwards because I cannot remember their names. But I remember one of them didn't even make the Olympic team, and they had all this hype about them. It must have been the '92 or the '96 Olympics. It was when I was a kid. So I don't remember. But yeah, that's just what the Olympics are. You can do all that, you fuck up once and it's all over. It's fucking brutal. Fucking brutal. In any event, I am these streams I always keep fairly short. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. We're hitting around the 45-minute mark. I'll take that. I may stream a little bit later towards the evening. Probably, 9, 10, maybe a little later than that. So it's been real. It's been fun. I'm talking about like p.m., 9 or 10 p.m. Because I'm going to hopefully get some sleep. So it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. If you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share and subscribe, please do that. Peace out, Bone. Peace out, everybody. I'll talk to all you guys later. Cotton, I appreciate it. Adrian, nice to see you. Nice to see new people. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.